What's going on, guys? You got Lucius and Landrobe here, bringing you a new deck profile. What are we profiling today there, Lucius?
Well, we're deck profiling.
I called you Lucius, you're Landrobe.
Well,
Should we start over?
No, we're fine. But how this is going to work, boys, we like to talk about these decks, but some of them are pretty much bums, but you know what? This deck's always for hire. Always for hire.
This is never going to stop being a joke. Thank you, Konami.
Nope. We now know that Konami is in fact for hire, and we will always work them to the bone. But, yeah, that's the list we got for you guys today. I know there's been a lot of different lists and a lot of different ways to play this deck, but here's the way that I found personally. I've looked a little bit at stuff, like Lucius has told me a little bit of shit, but I've made this build based off mostly what I like.
I mean, I always tell him just have fun with what he's playing. He's really been enjoying this deck lately, though.
It's a cool deck. I like it. It's a little bricky, though.
He dropped Gokis faster than you can believe.
No. Well, it's one of those things with Gokis. I love Gokis to death. I'm so glad they won Nationals. We'll talk about that in another video. But they're going to get hit by the list, and we're not going to play any big events. So it's like, well, I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and start. So this is a little funny. This is the funny part of the video. You can blame Lucius for this. We're supposed to play three Rafale. I don't have 3 because he sucks.
I left it at home.
Yes. So I've got 3 Recon in the deck. We're going to play 2. Or I only play 2, but I've got this here. Best card in the deck allows you to... It's the main power of the deck. It allows you to excavate any card off top of your deck based on how many other ones you have. You can get Solemn Judgments, Warnings, like Strikes. There's so many good cards you can get off this alone. It guaranteed brings out another card. Or, if depending on your searching in the deck and all that, it can be your target for Joy or anything else like that. It's just an amazing card.
It's funny looking.
Yes, it is a little funny looking. But he's like a dragon champion.
I thought for sure they'd be all Beast Warriors since they're fur.
Yeah, but Konami didn't want to make this deck any good, so instead of just making... I'll bitch about that card here in a sec. First, we've got the Sexy Squid. We got the Sage for hire. She allows you to... Oh, I forgot one thing about this guy. Boop. He also can discard a card for hire to negate a monster effect. That's how the wording is. You can bite me.
No, I'm not saying a thing.
This card can discard a card for hire to negate a spell or trap card effect. He is cringing over behind the camera right now, and this is fantastic.
Freaking Konami.
And that actually is the wording on these things. It does say card for hire. You can pitch the spell or the trap as well for these.
Yeah, and they're making more for hire monsters. You get a Link monster.
I know, I'm so excited. That's why we may have to end up getting another copy for Donald. Next, the card that Konami admitted they flipped us off with. Beat. The reason I say this and why he looks confused behind the camera, this card is literally by definition a Beast Warrior. It is literally not a human. It is no form of human. It is a porcupine-looking little squirrel chipmunk fuck.
He is so mad about this card.
I am so mad about this card because they literally went out of their way to make this not searchable by Tenkey. Anybody, even people that don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Have looked at this and say, what does this look like? And they say a Beast Warrior. It literally is a Beast Warrior, but they're like, no. So, they didn't want to give the deck 6 targets. That's my small rant. Not going to go into any further. However...
He's been going on about this all freaking week.
I have. It's because you can't blame me. You really can't blame me for this one. However, how the deck works, each one of the little ones now, I got through the big ones first for that reason, each one of the little ones, during your main phase, spell speed 1, allow you to special summon 1 from your hand. Then, if they're on the field and another gets special summoned... they get another effect that goes off.
I'm sorry for the camera movement, guys.
He's a bad person. Now I'm just giving him crap. But anyways, so what this guy does particularly is he searches for any of the other monsters. And I hate that because you can't search the spell or traps, but a lot of Rotas do that in the game, so... But, yeah, they low-blowed this one, Konami. You guys are bullies. They did. They low-blowed this poor card. You didn't deserve that. It was bad enough they won't let you search the spell or traps, but they also ruined its typing. Because, including Sage, we'd have 6 Beast Warriors. The deck would be so good. The deck would be so much more consistent.
Right.
What he does...
Van Hook.
What?
We're moving forward.
No. Anyway, so he's got all the same effects, but when one is special summoned with him on the field, you have one back from grave. So a lot of times you'll see I play Foolish in here for that reason, and there's multiple other reasons too. There's so many ways to special summon from graveyard to this deck. I mean, there's only one in-deck way to do it, but... we got some other generic stuff. We've got 3 Bravo. When one is special summon gives you 500 attack. I think it's attack and defense. I think it's attack and defense, yeah. They gain 500 attack and defense if you currently control them.
I've been calling him Johnny.
Oh, bravo. You bad puns. The only reason I'm playing 3, to be 100% honest with you guys, is just to have more monsters in deck. I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't play 3 of him by his effect alone. It's just he's a good beater compared to the rest of them, and he gives me more monsters playing deck. I think I played 21 for hires in total. You've got 2 Helmer, and he allows you to discard a card for hire to draw a card. Basically, he's not a bad card. I don't feel like there's enough recycling with his deck, natural recycling, to really play 3. And I don't really use his effect much. He's just another special summon most of the time. But if I got a really dead hand...
That's an emo chick.
You leave her alone. I love this card by design. I love like what it is. And she's just cool looking. She just drives the ship. She's important. She is important! Sorry. Where are my manners? Anyways. So, yeah, she's a good card. But by effect-wise, she's just not good enough to be in my opinion, a 3 of. But moving on. Bruh! We got Dampa and Recon. 2 of the best little cards in the deck. One allows you to destroy face downs. One allows you to destroy face ups. The reason why, of course, in this current format you play 3 Dampa, in my personal opinion, is because this card's almost never dead. Unless you're going first, this card is almost never dead. This card can be dead, which is why I don't want to play 3 of it. I've only got 3 in because, again, we can't get the 3rd Rafale, so that's definitely a big thing.
I'll get it to you in time for the tournament.
I'm going to hold him to that. But it's a really good lineup. Plus, the cool thing about it is, where is the deck box? Name of the deck box.
What deck box?
The deck box
Right
they were literally
here.
both in. This is the only... Actually, I'm gonna show you guys this now, but I'm going to talk about the extra deck. I'm not going to talk about it a lot because this deck's really by choice. The only card you play because of these 2 for sure is Sendayu. And I know I'm doing this video a little funny, but I don't care. Because of these 2, you're allowed to go into Sendayu, and he is a very good card because you can set up, 3 or 4 monsters. You can go into that overlay, and you can go into him, and you can make another token, and you literally can just OTK your opponent. With that, he allows the OTK potential of the deck to increase phenomenally, and it's amazing. But you do have to have both of them, so it can be... I mean, you can, hypothetically, if you have 2 of them, you can summon this to summon another thing to summon this, but...
Are they both beasts?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they be?
Because Konami likes to mess with you.
They're brother and sister.
Anyway.
They look like it. Nothing confirmed. But that's just my fan theory. And then we've got... The only other monsters in the deck is that. The other reason I'm not playing Joyous Springs is because I'm a broco, and I don't believe in that unjoyful... Never mind. And I'm not playing Valors because I'm playing the Solemn Brigade, so I don't personally feel like I need Valors, but I'm citing 3
Why
by
are you not
personal
playing
choice.
3 Ghost Ogre?
Just room.
Okay.
I thought about doing it for 41, but I'm like, nah, I'm not worried about it. There's not a card in here I look at and I'm like, I want to drop this, to be honest with you. We'll go ahead and go on to spells. One of the best cards in the deck, because it allows your special back from grave. So it allows you to make your effects go off during your opponent's turn. Really good card. Does summon him defense, which can be good, but can be bad.
Card looks so dark.
It does. Mayhem. I mean, it's called Mayhem, so it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a very good card. Again, sometimes it can be a bit of a pain in the butt, but a lot of times you probably find yourself using it during end phase anyways. So you'd be like end phase, and even if you summon Rafale, it's not like that big a deal. Although I don't think you get... Do you get Rafale's effect? Yes, you do. If you summon him off of this, you do get Rafale's effect. It is just when you special summon it. I believe Sage as well, just to verify that for you guys now. Yep, if this card is special summoned. So you can't tribute summon it, but oh no, you can't tribute summon it. Next, 3 Called by the Grave. This card is retarded, and I hate this card because I'm playing this deck. I had a buddy of mine, he got 2 of it in a row, top decked it, and won the game because I couldn't play. And it's a ridiculous card. It's only being played as a 3 over all the hand traps, which means I personally would rather to see some of the hand traps go, but I mean, people just play DD Crow at that point, so it's kind of either or. So this is better than DD Crow. Don't get me wrong.
I can see that card and some of the hand traps getting hit on our next list, but
it's a card that should be designed to go in the side deck, but it's in the main deck just because of how many because the way they worded it for hand traps. But it's a good card. It's definitely better than DD Crow, don't get me wrong. For my one-ofs, I play Foolish Burial because of how many revivals methods I've got. Plus, I can also Foolish Burial beat, add him back with Sage. And then Monster Reborn because obviously you need to be able to summon back. And then Rhoda because beats a warrior, which is the stupidest thing in the world. Otherwise, you'd see 3 10 key in here. I mean, some people have played 1 10 key. I don't find it enough to play it. Like, I don't find myself going, oh, I need Sage that badly to risk another card, but that's my personal opinion, you know? There's nothing wrong with playing it. Next, we'll on to Traps. This card I'm very iffy about. It's a good card, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the fact that your opponent has to destroy it. That can be a little bit inconveniencing, I'll admit. But more on top of that, I never see it. You can't search it because Beat's not that good. So it's like, as a one of, I thought about bumping it to 2 or 3. I'm still a little conflicted on it.
Or just take it out entirely.
Yeah, that's my other thought. I don't want to do that, though, because it does have good defensive potential. So I'm going to keep it as a one of for now. We'll see what happens. Maybe later on I'll put it to 2 or 3. We'll see. And then, of course, I'm not even going to lay them out individually. 2018 Solemn Brigade.
Yay.
The strongest trap lineup in the entire game. I don't see a reason to not, play it in most decks. There's some decks that just don't care.
Some decks don't play back row.
Yeah, they don't care. Bully. Anywho, before I pick on him any further, let's go to the last 2 cards. Back to the front. Very good generic card. Brings back monsters from the grave. Allows you to trigger all your effects and all that good stuff. Very generic, very easy to use. I like the card. It's good. It's a very good card. It's a card that I feel is very powerful for a lot of decks, but at the same time isn't overpowered. If that makes sense.
Alrighty.
So side deck, I'm going to side the 3rd Recon. Other than that, the side deck is really, really preferential at the moment. So you kind of have to play that however. I know.
You said that on everything.
In this case, though, aren't we in a pretty big open format?
Yeah.
So
Star Sky Striker has proven that to be the dominant deck.
Yeah, but they didn't win Nats.
He's so excited about that.
I am.
Although I already posted on Twitter about it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later, though. But for the but it's just one of those things. Yeah, personally, guys, I won't share side decks for that reason. I'll share any side deck specifics, but it's just me. The only extra deck card I would recommend every player to play again is Sendayu. Otherwise, generic rank 3s, generic rank 4s, generic links are all good. There's no other card that, looking at this deck, that I'm like, oh my god, you need to play.
Yet.
We don't have the link monster, so you shush.
That's what I said, yet.
We don't have any wind level 4s, so it's not like, anything like that. There's other good other rank 2s as well. Again, unless you're in a really bad position, I don't see you choosing something besides that. That's my personal opinion. But, there's always going to be all these sorts of situations. And then, unfortunately, these 2 don't rank up. These 2 don't match, as far as I'm aware of. So, let me see if I can count.
No, they don't.
That's 8 and a 7, isn't it? Yep, 8 and a 7. They don't match up, which sucks. But, it could be better, could be worse. It does make the deck cheaper, though. So, again, it has its ups and its downs. But other than that, I think that's really about it with the deck. So, let us know what you guys think down below. Let me know any other cards you guys play specifically. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. So you guys have a great day.
All right.
Peace.
Remember to check us out on Twitter. We'll leave the link in the description below.
We're going to leave the link in the description. I may put the deck list in the description as well if you guys want to just look over the deck list instead of watching the whole video. I get it. It's all good either way. We'll put that there. And then, we'll be on Twitter, guys. Come bug us.
All right. See ya.
Peace.